Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Chris Puckett, Goldenboy, and we are bringing you vVv versus compLexity, the final game of the night. Goldenboy, 4-4. We've seen Search and Destroys dominated by compLexity early on, but when it was pressure on the vVv squad, they secured their Search and Destroy win, forcing this game 9.
Yeah, I mean, really, that is the thing about vVv that has been impressing me a lot. You know, there are two young players, actually three young players here in Goonjar, Theory, and Realize, with the only veteran there being Sharp, but they answer very well to pressure, which is great. I love that, and hopefully, you know, now this is the most pressure-filled situation. This is their title, their Proscrims titles on the line, Puckett.
You know, I want the chat to tell me, who do you think is going to win this? Tweet at us, at MLG Puckett, tweet at Goldenboy FTW. We might give a few shout-outs to you lucky people who guessed correctly. It's a toss-up. I can't tell you who's going to win it. At the start here, let's look at our mini-map. You got Goonjar battling on this left side. He's going to have one player back of those boxes. The early battle in the middle of the map is won by compLexity. And the real key here is who's going to get that first cap, because we saw compLexity do it on Raid, and once they got that, they held off and just played defense for 5 more minutes, winning their first CTF 1-0. So if compLexity gets the lead, I think they could easily finish 1-0. If it's vVv, I think you're going to see compLexity play a bit more desperately, and it'll be a much higher scoring game.
Well, you see, the thing about compLexity is that they are very okay with turtling, just going to the back of their base and playing it slow when they have the lead. The thing is, you know, and I don't know if this is going to be a possibility on this particular map. In Raid, you can do so if you have that garage, you know, area, because it's so great to defend that spot. But now you can see the flag being pulled by Theory right away here, and he's going to be taking this one back gas, and he has no one to contest him.
He's got the cover, man. The cutoffs are solid at home. Sharp getting those over at the tractor. Let's see if we can get another one. He can. Theory's going to run this one in. One player to his right, and he is going to put it in before dying. Sharp cleans it up on a 4-kill spree. Let's see if Theory has score streaks after that one. Remember, he opened it all up with the kill on Crimsix, springing it. No score streaks, says Goldenboy. Sharp, he's working towards his, though.
Yeah, he's very, very close to it. So he would need this one, but he only has 32 bullets left in his M8. So he will have to eventually pick up the gun off of a dead body, or hope that there's going to be some ammo nearby. So it's definitely something to keep in mind there. And he's playing a great defensive position along with his teammate. I believe that's going to be Goonjar.
And we're going to switch from Sharp here to follow the flag. Realize is pulling this one back through green. Just as I switch from Sharp, you can see the flag being pulled by Aches, who's on a 2-kill spree. Both flags will get away. However, I believe Realize was spotted by TP. TP's going to push and get that return. Nice dolphin dive. Aches is already pushed through the store, and now it's all tied up 1-1. Just like I thought, vVv would cap first, but once they do, I expect compLexity to be able to answer back. Now vVv going for a counter cap opportunity of their own.
Yeah, but you can see, though, that the pressure is being applied by vVv, and compLexity is going to have a lot of difficulty here, because that flag is going to be in the hands of Realize, and Realize is going to have some help.
Oh, and Realize is going down, but Theory able to rally this one home. Can he get it by the last remaining players from compLexity? Eggs hot on his trail. In comes the Semtex. Sharp there to back him up once again. He turns his back to Eggs, though, and Eggs is going to punish. Eggs can't get to it. It's going to be rallied by Goonjar. This one going back and forth, back and forth. Finally, vVv is going to come out on top and take the lead 2-1. 2 minutes left to go in round 1.
Yeah, Goonjar is actually going to be pretty close to getting that Hellstorm and Lightning Strike, so he needs to stay alive here, because those score streaks are going to be so detrimental for them to be able to take this game.
And we have TP downstairs inside blue. One is going to pull the flag. Goonjar still above him. Has a player directly to his right. Behind enemy lines is TP. Not for long, though. He's cleaned up, and now Goonjar's going to pick up his 5th kill in this, his 500th point. Needs only 650 to get that Hellstorm, about 50 points away. Aches on your screen, picking up a kill in the bottom left corner. Realize is going to answer back, and now I think it's still vVv with map control. Sharp's going to be pushing from this back alley. What do you expect to happen here? vVv has the lead. They have basically 75 seconds left in the round. Do they push out? Do they go for another flag, or do they just play for streaks?
Well, they were supposed to play for streaks there, Puckett. Goonjar had he was on the way, and unfortunately, he ended up getting taken out there by Tractor. So I think that was a little bit of a foolish play, but nonetheless, though, expect them to. Oh man, that was such a close encounter.
No, Eggs just ran right past Sharp. And now Sharp is trying to catch up. Can they stop this flag carrier? Realize leading the charge. Iggs, he's going to be pushing it, but it's too late. It looks like Realize is going to grab that flag and just get out of there. Iggs picks up 1 kill. Let's see what he can do. He's waiting for that return. 37 seconds left. Theory was that player who pulled the flag and is now home. And Crim6 is going to be the key player to get this return, if anyone can, for compLexity.
Yeah, and the last thing that compLexity wants is a standoff here. They want to tie this one up at the very least. Crim6 is going to be the player to make that one happen, as you're looking at him there on the screen, finding one, and he cannot take out the second.
Clayster's there potentially, though. Has to get by Gunjar. Gets one. Now spots that flag at yellow, and I have to say Theory is doing an excellent job of keeping this flag away from the opponents. It's going to stall out, I believe, at 2-1. There we go. Aches was waiting for it, and he's going to have to stay alive at the start of this next round. He's about 200 short of getting a Hellstorm.
Very, very good plays there for vVv to be able to maintain their lead. But, you know, I mean, really, you gotta give credit to that entire team. It wasn't just one player, because Gunjar, who's more known for playing in the back, you know, holding down the support position, he capped the flag, you know, when it was necessary. He pushed up when it was needed. It's those kinds of things that make a great team, you know, legendary, in my personal opinion, when everyone just knows when to fill a role that is needed.
It's Gunjar on top of all players at 13-6 with the capture. You saw him clutching it on that second rally to bring it home. Now they're up. They can play a bit more comfortably, but don't expect compLexity to make it easy in this second round. The pro scrim on the line. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. If you're just joining us, of course, the ban of the foul was announced today, so you'll see nothing but M8s and AN94s for the time being in the current metagame. Realize spamming his M8, and he has to be conscious of how many bullets are left, down to his last 8.
Yeah, and you know what, though? TP had made his way into that flag to make a pull happen, while Realize was in all this activity going down over by the crate side. So you could see that middle area was not being held, and now Realize is in a tough spot, because if you switch over to him real quick, he ran out of ammo, and the only thing he has left to defend is that B-23R, not the best of positions for him. If compLexity was able to take advantage of that, that'd be phenomenal.
I just wanted to show you guys there that Aches was going to die short of the sentry gun. Realize was the player that had him pinned down long enough for another vVv member to come up from behind and take him down. And once again, Realize going to wish he had more ammo after this gun battle. Is going to get the kill with the last shot. Pulls out his B-23R. He goes down. Gunjar on a 5-kill spree. Currently sitting at 17-6 with a return now to add to that. And here is a Hellstorm missile. He has acquired no lightning strike, no sentry gun, though. 3:30 left to go in this one. Can go either way, and it looks like Theory trying to add some more flags to the total for vVv. He's going to run it. Meanwhile, the Hellstorm's going to kill the spawners. There's only one player in position to stop him. It's TP. In comes Aces, lightning strikes, and once again, TP with a great dolphin dive to get to the return.
I don't know if they kept track of the fact that there was a lightning strike for TP there. That was TP with the lightning.
No, that was Aches.
Aches, I'm sorry. I don't know if they kept track of that one. I mean, that certainly caught them off guard, it seemed like, because he ran that one in the open street. But needless to say, though, great plays by both teams to kind of keep this game at 2-1. But if you're compLexity, now's the time to make some moves.
And I do want to point out that Clayster is working with a vVv SMG, has put away his AN94 in favor of this MSMC up top of the green tower. Let's see how he decides to play this. He's able to pick up another kill. Now out comes that AN94. We could see some long-range battles, but he's going to come up close and personal. TP is going to jump on the opportunity, seeing the distraction to pull this flag. Aches, though, the last one alive, can't get too greedy. He's cut down. Clayster, can he get the cutoff? He gets one stop. Can Crim6 keep it alive? He cannot. It's all up to Clay to keep this flag alive.
Yeah, and you can actually see that pressure at the top of the tank, too. And Clayster's hanging back. He is able to pick up that kill. You should jump on over to Clay, because he kept that one alive there.
Doesn't matter, man. You think?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to go back.
No, he kept it alive. He defended that flag long enough for him to maintain that control. But now they're in a standoff, and this is not going to look good.
Oh, man.
All
right, Goldenboy, I totally whiffed it. What happened there with Clayster?
All right, Clayster was basically going up against 3 vVv members, and he somehow, some way, was able to make them scared enough that he could take out one, take out the second. His teammate pushed in, and then he took out the third top tank. Amazing plays by Clayster. Now we're back in a standoff position, And Puckett, this is not the place for complexity to be right now.
No, sir. Complexity's Clayster, well, he's the only one who can afford to sit back. Everyone else needs to push up and get this return. Aches, he's going to be inside of green. TP, he's going to get the intro shots. And Aches, can he take advantage of the opportunity? Gets one kill on Realize. We'll find another one. It looks like you're going to have Crim6 challenging
That's
from
awesome.
the other side. Meanwhile, it looks like it's going to be Realize trying to push in to get a return on the Complexity members. It's not looking good for COL, man.
Well, you know what, though? They do have pressure applied on vVv, as Sharp's going to be all the way in the back, though. If they get out, that's actually going to be their push there.
That was a huge stop by Theory and Sharp.
Wow. Sharp played that one great. I mean, there was not much he could have done there. But even then, his teammates had his back, and that's really what it's all about. I love what I'm seeing here because vVv, it's almost as if they know where they're coming from. They know how Complexity is going to be playing this one.
Sharp trying to stay alive with this flag. Only needs to survive for 28 more seconds. You can see Aches starting to push up. Clayster was trying to challenge as well. That flag is down. No return's going to come in on it, though, and it's going to be Goonjar picking it up. 16 seconds left. This is the final push for Aches and the rest of Complexity.
And you know what I think is an unfortunate situation here is that Clayster, with that flag, unfortunately, has the most kills or is working on a streak. And if he would have not been the person to grab that flag, he could have potentially gotten a Hellstorm and a Lightning Strike, thus allowing them to be able to take that win. It's unfortunate, but that's just the nature of the game.
vVv, they show off their patience and capture the flag. Heads up play there by Sharp when all the action was going down at the tank. Sharp said, I'll let you guys deal with this. I'm going to pull the flag back alley, cause a stalemate. It pays off. The score 2-1. vVv comes out on top. Overall, it was 5-4, and here are your stats. Theory, 22-17. 25-12. Goonjar putting an exclamation mark on the end of his night. Also +5 was Sharp, as it's going to be vVv taking down Complexity and tonight's pro scrim without the foul. Before we go, we got to talk to both teams, and let's start it off with the guys from vVv. I want to give a big shout out to the boys on this lineup, starting with Goonjar. Goonjar, you just went off in that final game. What was going right for vVv?
We're all just doing what we need to do. I felt bad for doing bad in the past hard point, so I had to step it up.
All right, well, you definitely did there in the slaying column, and we saw Sharp. You had the decision. Clayster was doing a phenomenal job keeping the flag alive for Complexity in the middle of the map. But you saw it, and you just took the flag through the back alley. Is that something that you communicated, or you just did on the fly?
Well, I got that spawn at gas station, and so I pushed through, and I told one of my teammates to come help me because we were already winning. So, you know, if you can get a standoff in that situation, it's always better than trying to rotate back and fighting to return the flag and maybe not getting it.
Well, it was a fantastic pro scrim from start to finish. I want to thank both teams
Thanks for having us
coming
on,
on,
Puckett.
and I want to get your opinion, Clayster. First night without the foul. How was it?
This game plays so much better without that gun, dude. It's so much more fun playing this game without a foul.
Awesome. So the foul, and what makes it different, I guess, is it just less frustrating when you get killed,
now.
or the gun battles are closer? What's the difference?
It's like you don't have to worry about getting mapped now. Like, you can actually peek gun battles and, like, not worry about just getting obliterated by a guy on a head glitch. Like, you can actually, like, have long-range gun battles without one guy being at an advantage.
Yeah, if you have an AN versus a foul long range, you lose.
Okay, and Clayster, I got to ask you now, since you showed us that anyone can do it, well, you definitely didn't have too much trouble transitioning. If there's more foul players out there trying to now change over to the other assault rifles, which one do you suggest they try out first, and what is going to be the key to success with the new guns?
I mean, definitely try out the M8. The gun's awesome. I like the AN more because it fits my playstyle better, and I'm not very good with the M8. So, I mean, just some advice out there is just try all the guns, even guns that people haven't used, like Type 25 and the MTAR, because they might be pretty viable now. I haven't gotten a chance to mess with it in competitive play yet, but there might be some variety coming out that way.
All right, well, fantastic job, Complexity. Thank you guys for coming on the pro scrim, but it's vVv going to come out on top tonight. That is going to do it here from New York City. Big shout out to vVv once again, our Pro Scrims champions.
Yeah.
They are going to go after Evil next. I've been trying to talk to John from that Evil lineup. Of course, recently they've added Spacely and Huddle to round that out with John and Too Quick. So Hopefully we
roster.
can get them, man. vVv Evil. That's my dream pro scrim of the week.
That's going to be a good one. But thank you again for having me, Puckett. And thank you to everyone for watching the pro scrims. And once again, congratulations to vVv. They played phenomenal. They definitely earned that victory. And compLexity, now that all these changes have happened, I think compLexity is they're a good team at the early adopting. So we'll see what happens
They'll be
leading into
grinding.
spring championships. Yep.
For sure. Well, thank you guys all for joining us. And remember, you can still sign up. Spring qualifier number 4 is coming up next. And currently we're in spring qualifier number 3. That coverage kicks off next Tuesday with our round of 8. And then we'll be finishing with the grand finals, and our 3rd seed in the Anaheim Championship bracket will be announced next Thursday. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. MLG Proscrims continue right here on MajorLeagueGaming.com, weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern.